I want to go back to the email and reinforce what I was offering you. If you can see fit amongst yourselves to identify a councilman or two to participate in that virtual academy this coming fall, it'll probably begin in September and run, as I said, for about 6-7 weeks. It would really be useful to get that hands-on understanding. Your professional staff, tells you about these things, but this is an opportunity for elected officials as much as anyone to get some firsthand knowledge on why this program is important. And I think if you do that and you see what we develop along the way, I think you'll be impressed with it. And I believe that you'll see that it'll be a very much utility and value to the city of Lincoln Park.
Carl, I'd suggest that if there are council people that are interested, that they could email you, and if there's more than two, then we'll do a lottery of some type to determine who would get to go.
That's fine. That's really great. They usually permit a couple people from a city in any virtual academy.
Is there a cost to this?
No, there is no cost to this.
Okay.
This is an educational perk of getting involved with the program. And for that matter, if for some reason or other, and it seems like new fees are always becoming an issue, whether at state government or local government for that matter, if there is a fee, we'll cover that with resources that we have out of our DDA or EDC budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
That, if you have any questions about the RRC, anything that I've spoken about, please pose those questions right now. If you have any questions about the dealings of the DDA or the EDC, have at that. I apologize. I thought I was going to get you the updated, annotated work program for the DDA and the EDC today, but there were just a few things that got in the way, but I will have that out to you this week. In fact, it might even work out better because both the EDC and the DDA need to see that document. And they may have questions or ask me to include additional information.
And the EDC meets tomorrow at 6 p.m. and then the DDA meets on Thursday at 5 p.m., correct?
That's correct, Mayor, yes.
Okay, I do have one request from a citizen who's repeatedly requested it, actually. If you could get information on coming projects that are in the works for the city and share them with our residents in some way, whether it be on the DDA's Facebook page or and get with the planner and builder also, just to create some excitement about what is going on in Lincoln Park. Is that something you could do as EDC director?
Yes, we'd be glad to do that, and that is absolutely an element of what we need to do with the redevelopment ready program.
Okay. I know one gentleman that would be very happy with that. Okay. Anything else for Carl? Okay, Carl, thank you so much. Again, the meeting this week, everybody's welcome to join in. Then we'll move on to citizen communications. So if you would mute or unmute everyone, James, and is there anyone that wishes to be heard?
Yes, I'll go first if it's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Good afternoon or good evening, Mayor, Council, and other city employees, including Raymond Waters, Chief. I want to thank you for keeping us safe for the last year and a half and keeping it going. Appreciate it. I had some other neighbors on here, quite a few. We lost them during a little period where you had your meeting or whatever.
For this, not to interrupt, but for the sake of the people that are listening and may not have a visual, if you just give your name, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim Rona. I resident in Lincoln Park here. I'm sorry, I know better than that. Anyways, I had some other neighbors around here. We lost them. And this is in concern to 1755 Ford Boulevard, which is next door to me, a rental. And back in 2018, our Myers went in and closed it off, do not occupy, because it was unsafe for the tenants, and the tenants moved out. In February of 2019, Myers pulled it into the dangerous building board, and we thought it was going to get tore down. He gave the owner, Mark, 6 months to fix it up. And like I said, it was February 2019. I understand that he gave him another 6 months. And as of 2 years later, after, 2 years later, which was like maybe a month or so ago, all of a sudden, I find out he's got it up for sale by people coming up here. And this building is in a whole lot worse shape than it was 2 years ago. I contacted our city manager, James, and James got back with me, and he told me that it is illegal to sell that home, and don't worry about it, and he was going to talk to Myers. Well, we went into a dangerous building board meeting last week, and all of a sudden with this new owner, which the guy's owned it for about a month or so, the new owner, John's going to give this guy 6 months now to repair it. And of course, the new owner says, 6 months, C of O, no problem. Then he turns around and wanting more time. He says, if I needed to, I got to get more time or whatever. Why was this building gone? It should have been back, a year ago, condemned. And Mr. Myers didn't do his job, and all of a sudden, 2 years later, now we go through the same thing again. Why did this new owner get 6 months to fix it up? It should have been condemned. I mean, that's the way the things go. I just don't understand how this could happen. No comments, or?
Well, sir, this is public comment. It's not a discourse between the council. I would suggest that you make arrangements with Mr. Curzan, and you meet and you discuss the issues that you just have. I'm sure it's a concern for the rest of the council also.
It's coming up to council
Okay.
And I'm being advised that it's coming up to
for demolition.
council for demolition as the dangerous building board. So
No, it's not. It's not coming up to the council.
Sir, I'm only going by what the city attorney tells me. I'm sorry, I have to go by what he's saying. But we can have Mr. Kazan do the research and find out exactly where it sits. Then I'm in agreement with you that it shouldn't go this long, especially with the house and the situation that it is. But we'll meet with Mr. Kazan, and he'll call Mr. Myers in, and we'll find out the end result of what's going on with this.
I would appreciate it, so would the neighborhood, sir.
I got you.
Thank you.
All right, sir, thank you. Is there anyone else that wishes to address council?
Yes, hi, Leslie Lynch Wilson.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. Hi, Leslie Lynch Wilson, Lincoln Park Farmers Market. Just want to remind you that the market has started, and we're every Sunday, 11 to 3 at the corner of 4th Street and Southfield. And we've got some new vendors joining us this year. Actually, some new ones that are actually new to selling at farmers markets. So it should be a fun year. And we accept EBT, credit, debit, WIC Project Fresh, Senior Project Fresh at the market, as well as cash.
And the time for the market again, Leslie?
11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Sundays at the corner of Fort?
Sundays, yep, at the corner of Fort and Southfield.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else wishing to address council? I'm not hearing anywhere or anyone waving, so we'll move on to oral reports of the mayor and council. So, Council President Salcida.
Good evening, residents. Thank you, Mayor. I'll make it brief. It has been a long night, but as a Lincoln Park High School graduate myself, I'd like to congratulate the Lincoln Park High School class of 2021. I know it's been a challenging year, but good luck on all your future endeavors. 2, I know other council members will speak on this, but Lincoln Park Summer Concert Series went off really well last Thursday. Great to see people outside. Even the ComCon on Saturday afternoon, I made a brief appearance. What a good crowd that was indoors. Really put together well. And lastly, you know, it is summertime now. Kids are out. Please, everybody, there's a plea to all residents. Please drive the speed limit on our city streets. I can't emphasize more. I know we've got the trailer out, the radar trailer, but just everyone drive the speed limit. Let's have a safe summer for our kids and everyone who's out on their bikes. Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Higgins.
Thank you. I just want to say a little bit about Robert Busby. He was my neighbor, but he was a great friend of the city over the years. And I can't say enough about him. I'm just going to say he's going to be missed by a lot of people. He was a really, truly great guy. I do want to make the comment about the Lincoln Park Comic-Con this weekend. We had over 1,200 people through the door. This is our 5th year doing it. Every year we have managed to give the schools some money, but this year was we were able to bring in $5,000 that we handed over to the schools. And the nice thing, we paid our own budget this year out of the con, which is always nice as well. Just an extreme, I would like to thank everybody who had anything to do with it. If you helped me set it up, if you helped me run it, if you set up it as a vendor, if you came in and just had a good time, thank you all. And it was a great thing that we could give the schools that much money. While I'm on the subject of the hands of the city, I was very privileged to be able to speak at a couple memorial events this weekend, and last weekend, I'm sorry. And I was able to announce that absolutely the hands of the city will be bringing back the Memorial Day Parade next year. And I want to set the record straight. It wasn't because of COVID we didn't have the parade. It was because of COVID we couldn't raise the money to have the parade. It takes a lot of people to do a parade, and it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of money. And the hands of the city will be doing it again. And anybody who would like to volunteer or help, you can find us online, and you can find us on Facebook. And again, I would like to, I can't say enough about the 3 memorial events we had in this city. Every one of them was extremely nice. And the mayor gave a speech at the flag ceremony that was just amazing. And I want to thank him for that. And that's all I really have for tonight. Thank you. Oh, and of course, congratulations, class of 2021.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I promised somebody one more thing. I'm sorry. Blessed Hope is having a free sale. They do this a couple of times a year. It'll be this Saturday, at 3804 Hazel, and it's not a garage sale. It's a free sale. They get a lot of donations of clothes, bedding, stuffed animals, a lot of stuff, and they put it all out of the front yard of their church, and it is all free. They do accept donations, but Blessed Hope does a lot for the community, and we would like to thank them and let everybody know June 12th, I believe it's 12 to 4 is their free sale. Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you, sir. And Councilwoman Tobin.
Well, I want to touch on the concert series also. It was a fabulous opening night. There were between 500 and 600 people in the park. We have Downriver Dogs selling hot dogs and lemonade. Norman Catering is selling meals. I walked through that park I don't know how many times, and the residents of Lincoln Park were just so happy, so glad to be out, and so glad to be able to gather together. It's in the 6 years I've been doing this, it's probably the best opening night we've ever had. Next week we have Urgent Foreigner Tribute Band will be playing. It's their first time in Lincoln Park, and it looks like they're going to have a very big event also. The end of the month, July 25th and 26th, is Downriver Cruise Weekend. We've got entertainment on the shell. We've got vendors and crafters and food trucks coming, and it's just a great start to the summer. So if you guys can come out and support. Again, the bands have a competition all summer long. It's a Black Box Challenge. And what they do is they get the crowd to donate to the concert series in the Summertime Kids program. And I'm happy to say that Category 5, who opened, were the 2019 winners of the Black Box Challenge. And they brought in $688 in a donation last Thursday night towards these programs. So spread the word, come on out. Like President Carlos said, be safe out there. There's kids everywhere. Watch what's happening in your neighborhood, and just be safe and come out to the concerts. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilwoman Ross.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm so tired. It's been such a long night. But I do want to just take a minute, and I want to thank Chief Waters and Mr. Gosh from Gosh and Sons for their time on Friday at the police tow yard. I was very pleased with what I seen and I heard, and I think it's important that you all know that Mr. Gosh has a very strong commitment to providing the city the best service possible. It's also important to me to directly say to the chief, thank you, Chief Waters, for your vision and your commitment in moving the city forward. And that's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilwoman Dupre.
Good evening, everyone. It is getting late, so I'll keep this short. We had some busy weekends with Memorial Day, and Comic-Con was great. I've never been to Comic-Con before, and it was fun, and they kept it busy until almost closing time. People were paying for tickets. It was incredible. And we've had Leslie on today at the end of the meeting. The farm market is open. If you get a chance, please stop by, maybe help grow the market a little bit. Also, they need volunteers setting up much of the time and tearing down. And the concerts in the park are back. I'm looking forward to this Thursday because last Thursday I was in dangerous buildings meeting, and I couldn't go. But I'm going today, so as long as we don't get rained out. They're calling for rain, so let's just say not Thursday night. Thank you, everyone. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. And if it is rained out, if it is, they'll put it inside at the band shell, so it'll be,
Okay.
it's rain or shine, they'll find a way to get it done.
Oh, great.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And then Councilman Kelsey.
Thank you, Your Honor. First of all, I got a lot of thank yous. I thank James for always getting back in my questions. I asked quite a few. He's very good about being patient, getting back with me, and giving me the answer, and I appreciate that. It's always nice to know what's going on, and he's been good about answering all my questions and getting back with me. Second thing, I want to thank him is for arranging our closed door meeting tonight, and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact that everybody has been very involved in the city events over the last couple of weeks. Comic-Con, the VFW, the Exchange Club, Lillian and me with the chief down at the issue with the towing service. It's been, the city is moving in the right direction, and I think it's a lot that's going on and looks very well, and I appreciate that. One last comment before I say goodnight is that I was at the Dangerous Building Board Zoom along with two other council people, and resident Rona is right. The house at 1755 Ford Boulevard was given a 6-month extension to the new owner who was going to sell it to another owner, okay, even though it had already been through what he said. The house that's going to be demolished is 1765 next to the doctor's office at Fort Park, which belonged to a Mrs. Graff. Those were the two houses that were on the agenda. Those who were there are well aware of that. So there is a mistake by the attorney, and he was probably confused because I called Mr. Myers today because I was confused. And Mr. Meyer vouched for what I just told you, Your Honor. So just to clarify that, so the resident was correct. And anyways, good night, everybody. I appreciate very much all your involvement. And things are going in the right direction, and it's nice to see that. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Well, we've had quite a deal. The summer is coming, so we do want everyone to be safe. For those parents out there, if your child does not have a moped license or driver's license, do not let them out on motorized vehicles, whether it be mini bikes or ATVs. There's a proliferation of them that are on the street. When you have young people that are not trained, that are out there driving, there's going to be a tragedy that's going to happen. So the officers are out there looking for violators of this type. So please use your parental restraints. It may look like fun, but it is not fun to see a child on a mini bike get struck by a car doing 25 miles an hour. And that is going to be the end result with that. So it's been a long meeting, so we're gonna end it right here. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay. Jessica, you got the mover and supporter? Do you?
That's a not unanimous.
Okay, well, there you go. Then, clerk, call the roll.
Jessica, you're muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
Yep,
Sorry.
one more time.
It's okay.
Councilperson Salcido.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
McCray.
Yes.
Kelsey.
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Tobin.
Yes.
Mayor Carnes.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
You did a great job.